Hi, this is Jundo. Welcome to Tree Leaf. It's good to be back after about a week and a half in the mountains of Hokkaido with the rivers, trees, and the deer. That leads to our subject today. Sometimes I'm asked, what is the one thing that you really wish that you could get across to people about these teachings? What is the thing that Jundo, that you believe folks have the hardest time to really pierce about these teachings? Well, I think it's what the rivers and the deer and the mountains know, and that is how to be still, truly still. Deer runs, but it, I believe, not actually being a deer myself, it runs, but it doesn't try to be more or less a deer. Same for the mountains. Mountain doesn't compare itself to the higher mountains or the lower mountains. The trees don't ask whether they're beautiful enough. They just grow. We human beings, however, don't know how to really be still. How to really just be. And that's what Zazen is so much about, being still. Like a mountain, no place to go. No higher place to reach. No lower place. No particular goal of it all. Yet the mountain is glorious and sacred. If people just could know how special nothing special is. There's a wonderful book by Beck Roshi called Nothing Special. But that nothing special is so miraculously, sacredly, wonderfully special. And when we sit, we just sit with that. My Dharma brother, Brad Warner, once wrote a wonderful essay called Zen is Boring. And it is sometimes. Sometimes it's so peaceful. Sometimes we feel that energy is flowing through us to the farthest star. And other times we're just bored, tedious. The reason it's boring and tedious is because human beings do not know how to sit like mountains, how to be firmly rooted like trees, to just be. Zazen is the time of day when we put aside our running, we put aside our chasing after, we put aside our things we need to do to get to where we must go, and we turn the light inward and put all that down. And it's hard because human beings don't know how to be still. Don't know how, even for some minutes during the day, just to be where they are with nothing to attain. And that is the attaining of a great treasure. When you realize that this nothing to attain is truly finding one's home, who one is all along. That sometimes in being still we really get someplace, then the treasure house opens and the light, the original face appears, all from not running after it. But that's so hard to get. People come to our Sangha and I think they try it for a while and they don't get what's not to get. So they leave. They think, I'm not doing anything. I don't see any progress. maybe they're looking at doing and progress the wrong way. Maybe they need to be more like the mountains, more like the trees. Just let it happen. Just for the time we sit. Today I was asked about Kyudo, Japanese archery. Someone had gone to see an archery exhibition here in Japan, and it reminded me of a time that I also was invited to the Imperial Palace, where the emperor lives, to meet the emperor's personal archery instructor. Yes, he has one. And the archery instructor, my friend Lewis and Titus and I, but just the three of us, somehow were invited, and we sat and we had a private audience as the imperial archery instructor demonstrated how to shoot an arrow. He came out in gorgeous robes with a bow that was made of lacquer and gold, so graceful, so slowly, and he lifted the bow and he pulled the arrow. This is an art. It's like a dance. It's not about warfare anymore. This developed in a time of peace, and it takes so long just to string the bow. And he pulled the bow, and I don't know what happened, but suddenly his hands, and the bow went flying, and the arrow went flying. And then I found the true master, for he just turned. No shock, no, oh, excuse me. He just turned with the greatest of ease, as if he meant to drop the bow and the arrow on the floor. He turned, he picked them up, he took another arrow from the quiver, pulled, shot, and that was the art. You see, it's not a question of hitting the target or not hitting the target in Kyudo, Japanese archery. You move, but your heart is still. You aim for a target, as we do in life, but at the same time, drop all thought of anything to attain. You pull the bow, but at the same time, drop all effort. Yes, you can do all these things at once. And in fact, it may actually improve your chances of hitting the target when your heart is still, your mind is focused, your body relaxed, and you practice with such great poise. You may actually increase your chances of hitting the target, but that's not the point. The point is that there is no target, and this is how we sit Zazen as well, you see. So what I'd like everyone to really get from this practice is how to sit like mountains, how to be like trees. Right? Shall we sit like that?